this is a mixer YouTuber coming with another part two of what if Deku was cheated on. I believe I left off with Eva being transferred into UA and also being Aries' older sister. And the heir went missing for 6 years. Eva been trying to look for her. So is the day that Eva transferred into UA. She's been put into class 1A. So Eva's quirk is strength enhancement, teleportation, and agility enhancement. So mostly she could do what Izuku do, but she's not. Deku's also half vampire. She is not. So the day she's transferred into UA, she meets Nezu. Nezu explains the rules. No certain fights with others, no using quirks outside school without permission, unless it's self-defense. So he also tells her schedule and she'll be in class 1A. So Zawa announced that there'd be a new student. So some everybody except Izuku was hoping it was a girl, especially Mineta. Every girl in the room were hoping it was a male, a hot male. Oh god. Hmm. So Izawa announced that it would be a female. Everybody was hyped except Izuku, because he was emotionless. Let's just say he wore a blindfold. They were training him for 10 months. He was using the blindfold. Hmm. In the last video, the 10 months he was training for. He learned how to use his hearing to walk around and fight. So, as Eva, Miss Aizawa signals Eva to come in the classroom. She comes in, say her name is Eva Blank, because I said I haven't figured out her last name. Since I made these two back to back, I was not about to make an hour video. Technically I am, but in two separate ones. So, Eva comes in, introduces herself as Eva Blanks. Her quirks. Everyone's surprised when she said quirks except for Izuku, because technically for him he is the same as well. But doesn't tell anyone. Izuku just keeps his mouth shut. And there's also an empty seat next to him. So after she got introducing herself, Izawa told her to sit next to Deku. Deku raises his hand. Everybody starts whispering her, do not trust Deku. Even though they were warning her, she didn't care. Let's just say Deku can also talk to people through his head. In an angry voice, he tells everyone to shut up in their head. Everyone starts to get scared because I still think he thinks Deku's a villain. So, seeing just him and Eva, as Eva was still walking to her seat, Deku talks to Eva in his head, in her head, saying, the only reason they don't want you to trust me is because they believe I am a villain. Her eyes widen, not widening that much that everybody noticed, except for Izuku. And she asks, why do they think that? Oh god, I hate myself. So, Deku, why the frick is Bank? Okay. Deku explains to Eva from his head to hers on why I think he's a villain. She felt sad for him, but what Deku tells her is that he's emotionless and she shouldn't worry that much about it. A few minutes later, Aizawa started to teach his lesson. So let's say he also announced at the sports festival. No, I'm gonna do the sports festival for episode 3, so that won't be for a while. So let's say even Deku began to hang out. People were still telling her not to trust Deku, but she didn't care what they said and still hung out with him. I'm gonna pause real quick. Let's say, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I feel like Eva and Deku have been hanging out for about 2 months now. I say Eva started to catch feelings for Izuku. And not that everybody in the class, Eva was the only one that called Izuku. I meant Deku, Izuku. But when everybody else, he answers when Eva says Izuku, but when everybody else is, he ignores. Huh. Just people that used to call him Izuku called him Izuku. When they called him that, he just ignored them. And when it came to Eva, he answered. Like, he only allowed this class. He only allowed this class to call him Midoriya or Deku. He didn't care what Deku meant, so he just went with it. So, let's just put the USJ in this episode. So it comes. No, I meant the sports festival. The sports festival was 2 days, like 2 weeks away. Joe said they had a 2 week break train for the sports festival. So Deku went to the forest, just teleported to the forest he trained to. Hmm. So after those 2 weeks of Deku and Eva training together, Deku and let's say Eva decided to confess to Deku, even though Deku noticed that she had a crush on him. Deku was glad someone who liked him and hoped his mom was doing okay in heaven. So it comes to the fourth festival of. I can't believe I just did that. So when it came to the sports festival, let's say 2 days before that, Ida is class president and Momo's vice president of the class. So Midnight was acting for representative, and it said Bakugo goes up, give a speech about him going to be winning the whole thing. Let's also say Endeavor and Shoto has a good Endeavor has a good family relationship with his family. So to deck to Shoto will also uses his fire. So when the sports festival started, Deku gave his speech about how I'm gonna be winning the whole thing. At midnight, spinning of a wheel to see what comes first. By no surprise, everybody say this, but let's say man, we'll just go with the race comes first. Let's also say Deku can been there. So President Mike begins to count down for the race to start. As President Mike says go, Todoroki freezes the ice, freezes the ground to ice. Everybody gets stuck. But Deku already teleported for the first obstacle as soon as he had President Mike says go. So Deku teleported to the first obstacle, did that obstacle. Teleported to the second where it comes to 0 pointers. It destroys 2 0 pointers. He then teleports to the third. Just flies over there with the wind to the other side of the ravine. When it came to the last obstacle, Deku just teleported in front of there. So Deku made it for Todoroki to catch up. So Todoroki froze the mine, so Deku just teleported to the finish line. Let's say instead of Deku teleporting, he just body flickers. Since he can enhance his agility, it means speed. For who doesn't know. So he body flickers to the other side. the obstacle after to the finish line after Todoroki froze the mines. Deku comes in first place. Let's go to Mike's POV from the start. In Mike's head, he's questioning who's the white haired kid. And after questioning himself, he goes and asks Azal, who's also up in the booth with him. And Mike says, "Erase your head," just yelling. His head tells President Mike's to quiet down. President Mike does. But as that, President Mike is asking, "Who's the kid with the white hair?" It always says, "That is Izuku Midoriya." President Mike is like, "What?" And because they announced Izuku dead. So everyone was shocked that they heard the name Izuku Midori. I'm gonna have to end this here. Sorry guys, but I can't think right now, so I'm gonna have to end this here. Sorry, short. Bye.